As you know, your ex-wife gave an interview to ABC News and another interview at the Washington Post, and this story has now gone viral on the internet. In it, she says that you came to her in 1999, at a time when you were having an affair. She says you asked her, sir, to enter into an open marriage. Would you like to take some time to respond to that?
No, but I will.
On a winter evening in 1999, Marianne Gingrich received a phone call that shattered her world. Her husband, the powerful Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, was about to reveal something that would destroy their 18-year marriage. But it wasn't just any confession. It was a proposition so shocking it sent ripples through Washington's political establishment for years. Behind the scenes of his crusade against presidential misconduct, Gingrich had been orchestrating a double life that ultimately exposed the depths of political hypocrisy. The rise and fall of a political marriage. In the wake of his tumultuous first divorce, Newt Gingrich found both emotional anchor and political strategist in Marianne Ginther. Their whirlwind romance culminated in marriage just 6 months after his divorce was finalized in 1981, marking the beginning of what would become a crucial period in his political ascension. Marianne, with her sharp financial acumen and practical mindset, proved instrumental in steering their household away from the brink of a financial disaster. The early years of their marriage coincided with Gingrich's mounting political ambitions. Marianne worked tirelessly behind the scenes, helping to untangle their complex financial situation while supporting his congressional career. Her pragmatic approach to their finances brought stability to their lives, allowing Gingrich to focus on his political aspirations without the constant pressure of monetary concerns that had plagued his first marriage. As his star rose in Washington, the dynamics of their relationship began to shift. His increasing prominence in the Republican Party, particularly during his ascension to Speaker of the House, created new pressures on their marriage. Marianne, unlike many political spouses of her era, maintained a distinct reluctance towards the public spotlight. She preferred working in the background, avoiding the ceremonial aspects of political life that often came with being married to one of the most powerful figures in Congress. The growing distance between them became more pronounced as Gingrich's power and influence expanded. While he embraced the Washington political scene with its constant demands for public appearances and social engagements, Marianne remained uncomfortable with the intense scrutiny and expectations placed upon political wives. This fundamental disconnect in their approaches to public life created a widening gulf in their relationship. By the mid-90s, as Gingrich reached the pinnacle of his congressional career, the strain on their marriage had become evident to those closest to them. Marianne's resistance to fully embracing the role of a high-profile political spouse, combined with the intense pressures of Washington life, had taken its toll. What had begun as a partnership built on mutual support and practical problem-solving had evolved into a relationship increasingly marked by separate lives and diverging priorities. The secret affair.
It started with a phone call at my mother's house, and he asked for a divorce. And
on the phone?
On the phone. And he said, I want a divorce. I said, is there somebody else? And it was quiet. And I knew.
In 1993, as Newt Gingrich's political influence continued to surge, he began an affair that would eventually reshape both his personal life and political legacy. Callista Bisek, a congressional staffer more than 2 decades his junior, became entangled in a relationship with the married congressman that remained hidden from the public view for 6 years. The timing proved particularly significant as Gingrich was positioning himself for what would become his greatest political triumph, the Republican Revolution that elevated him to Speaker of the House. The affair's most striking aspect emerged during the Clinton impeachment proceedings. While Gingrich stood at the forefront of the moral crusade against President Clinton for lying about his relationship with Monica Lewinsky, he was simultaneously conducting his own extramarital affair within the halls of Congress. This remarkable contradiction highlighted the complex intersection of personal conduct and political power in Washington, as Gingrich led charges of moral impropriety while engaging in similar behavior. Throughout these years, Gingrich maintained an extraordinary balancing act. As Speaker of the House, he commanded unprecedented Republican power, reshaping national politics while harboring a secret that could potentially destroy everything he had built. The strain on his marriage to Marianne intensified during this period, though the true cause remained concealed. While she had once been his closest advisor and financial manager, their relationship grew increasingly distant. The demands of his position as Speaker provided convenient cover for his absences, while the Washington political culture of discretion helped maintain the secret of his relationship with. The 6-year duration of the affair demonstrated a remarkable ability to compartmentalize his life, even as he reached the zenith of his political power. This period represented both the height of his influence and the beginning of his personal unraveling. The weight of the secret relationship, combined with the intense pressures of his political position, created an unsustainable situation that would eventually force a dramatic choice between his marriage and his relationship with Callista. The controversial proposition. The carefully constructed facade of Newt's personal life began to crumble in May 1999 when he finally confronted Marianne with the truth about his relationship with Callista Bisek. The revelation came at a particularly cruel moment, just months after Marianne had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a condition that demanded support rather than betrayal. The timing of this disclosure added another layer of complexity to an already devastating situation. What followed would become one of the most notorious episodes in modern political history. Rather than expressing remorse or seeking forgiveness, Gingrich presented Marianne with an unprecedented proposition. He suggested they maintain their marriage while he continued his relationship with Callista, effectively proposing an open marriage arrangement. This stunning suggestion, coming from a prominent conservative leader who had built his career partly on traditional family values, represented an extraordinary departure from his public persona.
I said to him, Newt, we've been married a long time. And he said, yes, but you want me all to yourself. Callista doesn't care what I do.
What was he saying to you, you think?
He was asking to have an open marriage, and I refused.
He wanted an open marriage?
Yeah, that I accept the fact that he has somebody else in his life.
And you said?
No. No. That is not a marriage.
Marianne's response was swift and unequivocal. She rejected the proposition outright, refusing to participate in what she viewed as a mockery of their marriage vows. Her stance forced Gingrich's hand, leading to his decision to file for divorce. The timing proved particularly painful, as Marianne was still grappling with her recent multiple sclerosis diagnosis and the uncertain future it presented. While these details eventually emerged in the media, the public reaction was explosive. The revelation of the open marriage proposition, combined with the timing of the divorce amid Marianne's illness, created a perfect storm of negative publicity. The media coverage was relentless, drawing parallels between Gingrich's personal conduct and his political positions, particularly his role in the Clinton impeachment proceedings. The political fallout was immediate and severe. Gingrich's reputation, already damaged by his resignation as Speaker of the House, suffered another significant blow. Conservative supporters struggled to reconcile his private actions with his public stance on family values, while political opponents seized upon the hypocrisy of his situation. The controversy surrounding the open marriage proposition became a defining moment in Gingrich's public life, transforming him from a powerful political figure into a cautionary tale about the consequences of personal and political hypocrisy. The episode continued to resurface throughout his career, particularly during his 2012 presidential campaign, serving as a persistent reminder of the complex relationship between private action and public life. The aftermath and legacy. Following his divorce, Newt Gingrich married Callista Bisek in 2000, marking the beginning of a carefully orchestrated attempt to reshape his public image. They embarked on a journey of religious renewal, with Gingrich converting to Catholicism in 2009, Callista's faith. The true test of his reinvention came during his 2012 presidential campaign. Despite his efforts to frame his personal history within a story of redemption and growth, the ghosts of his past relationships proved too difficult to exorcise. The campaign found itself repeatedly addressing questions about personal morality rather than focusing on policy positions, highlighting the enduring impact of his personal choices. Now it's time to hear from you. What part of the story is most shocking to you? Let us know in the comments section below.